Both days inclusive comes to 41 days.
One more time, சொல்லுங்க.
Swami Saran. There's another background of why we do Mandalam Vratham, right? So there is two reasons why Ayyappan Avadar. One is for Magisi, another one is for reinstating the Dharma Sastha temple, meaning the Sastha Nandavanam, Sabarimala temple, Sabarimala has been taken over by another king called Madheswaran. He took over from the people who were living there. He forcefully took over the Sabarimala. So Ayyappan came down to get the land back and then reinstate the Dharma Sastha temple, right? So by the time he is doing it, he gathered like all his forces. There are a number of
army.
Yeah, he gathered all his armies to fight back to get the land, right? So first time he gathered the army and then fight with Madheswaran, they couldn't win. Even with Ayyappan was leading the army. Then they all came down and then Ayyappan himself instructed the entire army to do Vratham for Dharma Sastha. So they took one Mandalam Vratham. Very hard going through Vratham. Then they went back and then fight with them and then they acquired the land. So that is another reason why we do the one Mandalam Vratham, right? And a few other reasons why we do Irumudi and then why we do Mala, Tulasi Mala and Uttarachi. So when Ayyappa go to forest for collecting the tiger's meat, right? There is a whole different story why he ended up doing that. The entire kingdom, including his adopted mom, she wanted to send him back to forest for collecting the milk, so that he won't come back and her own son will be becoming the king for the Pandalam, right? So with that in mind, everybody is letting Ayyappa go, but Pandala king, he has concern, because by the time he's sending Ayyappa back to forest, he was a very small child, right? Balagan. So he really want to give him some kind of safety precautions. He said, I'm going to put you a mala, Tulsi mala, which represents Vishnu, and then Rudraksha, which represents Vishnu, Shiva. So Ayyappan himself wore this mala, whatever we are wearing. That is another reason why, as Hariswami said, whenever we wore this mala, we are being called as Swamis. And the tradition is, the mala has been given to Ayyappa by his father. That's why whenever we do mala dharna, we say we have to get the mala from our father, our Guruswami, or from our mom. They are basically blessing us to go for the yatra. That's what it means. So by the time we wore the mala, as Hariswami said, so we became again as one of the one form of Ayyappa, and then we go through the Vratham to go through, right? So yeah, I mean that explains the reason why we have the mala. And then when it comes to Irumudi, right? So Hariswami said, as explained, we carry all the stuff whatever we need. Why are we doing in the first place, right? We can just do it in a bag. Why Irumudi, right? So when Pandala king was sending Ayyappa back to forest, one thing he did is gave him the mala. Second thing is, he was very concerned that as Ayyappa was going through the forest, he will not get anything to eat. So he packed pretty much a bag full of food and then asked him to keep it in his head. So Ayyappa was carrying himself the Irumudi during his yatra to the forest. In order to actually, for the same reason why we also carry the same thing, but only difference is we are going to carry our Mudra Tenga just to do Neyyavisegam to the Swami. But for him, Ayyappa was just simply carrying his food, right? Continue to that. Along his journey, he basically pretty much done all with his food. Towards the end of the, after done with all the food, he was so hungry he couldn't be able to find any food. He was walking through a place near Tirunelveli, Kalladi Kurichi, right? Basically, it was a forest. He managed to find one small hut. He wanted to go there and then see whether he can able to get some food. So he went there and then find one couple. They basically live there. They have a small land nearby here, their hut. They do a cultivation over there. People who are walking by, crossing by the forest, if they really want to have food, they were serving them the food, right? So he managed to find them and then ask for food. By the time he went and asked them, they don't have anything other than the Kambangul. So they made Kambangul and then gave it to the Swami. Because of Swami was like so starving and then he managed to get this, he was so satisfied that whatever they offered him. So he was so happy, and that is when he said,
Kambangudi Kadime.
நான் கம்பங்குடிக்கு அடிமை அப்படின்னு ஒரு சாசனம் he wrote it in a பட்டயம், செம்பு பட்டயம், gave it to the family. Up until this point, any Ayyappan family, Ayyappan function, Kambangudi family is the one get important respect in the entire process. People from that family, they are still living in that area, Kalladi Kurichi, and that is where the Sasta Pradi born. Those are the people who basically make different kinds of food for Ayyappa in a mass scale and then do Annadhanam to the entire villages. So we were talking to some people there in Viman who basically did this Sasta Pradi. We as well did Sasta Pradi, but in a different form of Sasta Pradi. We should call whatever we did is a Lakshachana.
No, we did Shasta Pradi only. We did Shasta Pradi.
In a different format, but based on what they did is basically they made 18 different kinds of food just to offer to the Swami. Then different process to do that. So as a matter of fact, in Kalladi Kurichi, still they are following the same tradition even today by making different kinds of food offer to the Swami. Right? So that is why those families are called Kambangudi, and then still they are getting respect from Sabarimala whenever there is an important function happening for Ayyappan.